Hello everyone and welcome to another match of Roulette Raceway 3. We are back for the final week or weekend or something like that with 4 more matches to go, and that is including the brand new grand final format going first to 2 sets. But of course, in order to get there, players will have to win more matches, unless you're Scruffy, who is already waiting for his opponent in the grand final. First up we have lukedotpng versus Pigiero in this losers bracket round 5 match. The winner will play Moo in round 6, and the winner of that will play Quotility in round 7, and the winner of that will be in the grand final. So 5 players remaining, 4 after this match, 4 matches remaining, 3 after this match, and should be the best matches here. Of course, things have happened since then, and it's a good reminder to look at Luke's side of the game. Of the screen. Roulette Rivals 14 signups have begun, with of course the new rules of the boosting and the 3 new conditions to fire and clouds falling object is the third one. Those are not in effect here. We are still back in the pre-RR14 rules, but it should still be a very exciting lead up to the big competition starting next Friday. First spin is here. The RNG map was Paris as map number 1 today, and here is the first spin. Viktor Novikov, next step in the suit, and Dalia Margolis pistol as security guard. Very simple spin, very sympathetic start. I can't think of anything quicker than that, but before I continue, I just figured and I noticed that I don't hear much from the stream. I'm gonna check if I need to be able to hear something from these players, but that may be for between the maps, because the players are in and this is a very quick spin to get through. Scruffy says sub 130. It will be sub 130 for several players, but maybe not in match conditions. Luke making Victor sick already, and PG doing the same there. I think Scruffy was the one who popularized the idea of bullet distracting Victor in the corner, and you can get him down 15 or so seconds slower, and he is not approving of these strategies. And Luke already with the restart got caught in the crossfires of those NPCs. PG getting the next snap there. It's even a live kill, so no trap classification condition would work out there, and I do hear something from PG's side, so at least that's not too bad as a start. He is 1 kill down and 1 kill to go. He's going for the easiest security guard of this map. No free disguise, but there's one who's isolated, and unless it turns around at a very unfortunate moment, then of course he has the disguise very easily secured. I think what is left now is to take the fireworks remote. Suppose detonate it as soon as you want. Oh, PG is getting very close to the cameras, but all clean there. And yeah, we'll lure the guard down for safety. And the chunk is not even needed for this spin, but it makes him so that he can take these stairs down, because these are 2 enforcers, and PG notices in the very last second, and somehow he gets away with it. But the enforcer does stay after the first chunk, so now the gun has uses. Both darts are used there. Luke is sort of catching up, but for a short spin like this, it's kind of important to get going, because Pitch is gonna get this snipe with a distraction and probably exit within 15 seconds. Luke only now getting wow, with a very nice visual glitch to the fireworks remote, but it seems that PG is very nicely first try out of this map with a 221, getting the first 2 points of this match. Yeah, I see now. Luke would get the security guard from this corner, which, yeah, it is seen, I think. so they're in a bit trouble regardless. So score update is imminent, and that is 0-2, with Luke picking the first map of this match. The bans of this match are Mumbai and Ambrose Island banned by Luke, and Haven Island and Berlin banned by PG, so Ambrose was the only map that we couldn't have seen as the first map. The other 6 were in play, and we are not going to see 3 of the big 5 maps. The only 2 which can still be picked are Colorado and Santa Fortuna, and it is not a Santa Fortuna start. I was going to say that Luke might find an angle towards Santa Fortuna against Pigiero, although PG did play today in Roulette League, and it is going to be instead one of the shortest maps in New York. How am I going to... The stream one does work, performance mode. Gonna go to properties. No, anything I can see indicates that Luke's stream isn't muted. Oh, maybe if I interact with it. I'm not sure, but I think we can manage it. PG's audio only.
That's the head of security here, Mateo Perez.
And now I can adjust it a bit more for a good background noise. So, minute 50 to go, and I've already mentioned the stakes of this match, I'm sorry. 3 wins away from the grand final. Winning this one, and then against Moo, and then against Cotility to face Scruffy. Already mentioned the 4 maps that are banned, but I can talk about the journey of these 2 players to the Luke's bracket round 5. Of course, I need to look into the details because it's been a while. The last match was 6 or 7 days ago, but PG started with a 6-0 sweep against Big Machete, and then lost to Giannini 6-4. One of the, unfortunately, not too many 6-4s of this tournament, but it was a 5-mapper regardless. And that put PG down to the lower bracket, where he is off to 2 wins, 6-2 against Parapluie and 6-4 against Woolcat. That's how he's in round 5. I think Luke has had... No, of course, Luke has had a different route, otherwise they would have met earlier. Luke started with 3 wins, 2 sweeps. 6-0 against Peculars, 6-0 against Gorg, and then 2-6 against Cotility to bring him to round 5 of the lower bracket. The short map would favor the speedrunner Luke, but also Pigiero, the players with the most, or one of the most experience on this map. So let's see how they handle this very unique spin. It's Athena Savala's Drowning as job applicant. Drowning spins are their own kind. I think the other one would be Consume Poison, where you just have to throw everything out of the window. So Scruffy doesn't like the condition, which is not a hot take, but also doesn't like the disguise, which I didn't know people had strong opinions of disguising in New York. Job applicant, and it's a big detour on the map. The second worst New York spin. It's an interesting combination for sure. Someone should run a bracket of that. So both are in. I think it's about 3, 4, 5 second difference now. And it's about what kind of risks you take. Oh, I guess Luke has about 1,000 frames per second because that wet floor sign flew for so long and made like 4 rotations. Interesting to see that both started with the disguise. I think there's an argument for drowning spins that you start with the drowning part, you make her sick, and then Athena will make a I don't even know how exactly long, but 60-90 seconds the route she takes. Oh, and Pidge is getting really close. Gets a big whoosh from the cameras, but looks like he managed to turn Fabian. Well, turning is a strong word, but gets the second data disc without any problems.
Second backup data disc
But
installed. Just time to go.
so what both of them are doing, Pigiero will have to restart, but both of them are doing this. Not sure if this is the safest way because I don't think it's been fully figured out by players. But
The data
if you make
core
Athena
should find
sick,
that last
she takes one of two routes. Of course, it's down one floor to the
That's the first backup data disc secured. Two more to locate.
break room with the with the investment banker who's on break doing the cocaine. Yes, that's very specific, but that's where she goes down, and she can take one of two routes. And I think one of the routes will bring her through Fabian, and she will see the body and might rip Luke's run. But there was a very deliberate peekaboo on Luke's side, as Scruff is mentioning as well. The minimap is looking promising, but he gets hunted. I think the peekaboo is the play, but it was sadly seen by the other guard. Would have been a huge Luke lead otherwise, because for better or for worse, they are doing the same mainline strategy here, which is disguise first, Athena second. Which means that there's not a lot of way to catch up. Luke gets suspicious by the guard down there. So now it's an even bigger PG lead who's careful with the camera. In a second. He's just careful with the camera and gets to Athena's office. And I guess we'll see a maybe a counterplay, because I don't. The peekaboo is very specific on on Luke's end. But PG is going the double emetic route. Looking for a good angle. I think he's getting that good angle, but what does she? What is she going to do when she's the second one emetic? Is it a different route she takes? Is it a different bathroom she takes? That may be a bit early to throw the snare, but of course Athena won't hear it. Wow, what a bounce that was! I mean, it will work out eventually. PG decides to go a different route. It's gonna be difficult because the body is seen. Oh, PG is through, but how is he going to get out of there? With the second bodyguard up there, and Athena is locked down because of, as mentioned, it was Fabian. So 1 for the peekaboo and 0 for the double emetic so far. Oh yeah, that's a very good point by Reaper. Just guards in general won't go down to the bathroom, but instead will take the waste basket. It's a good word. The waste basket to. So he won't block any routes, and he will just go the way that she wants. So no peekaboo on Luke's side on his second try. So I guess we'll find out if the peekaboo is the must. I think that's a very important learning for everyone. If that makes the difference. I love the GeForce gaming by Luke. Luke's in hostile area, so he has to be careful. I thought that would be kind of close to a rip situation, but Luke clears the room and judgment call is very soon. And she goes down the good stairs. I don't know who has the answer, but I do not have the answer right now. Why would it be different? Yeah, that's definitely a... Oh, wow. Look at Luke. Look at Luke, who's going to go down to the bathroom. Well, of course, it's the stairs first, but... Wow. Okay. I suppose that's something that some of you knew, but not the most of us. 0 second time same half. Scruffy is so right there. But the side points are of course there. It's a chest pass in disguise. So we'll have to be a bit careful, and the cocaine banker is in an unfortunate place. It's a long animation. I don't know what's the best course of action for Luke. I think he needs to stay in this room and let the banker find the body as well. Oh, I guess he's not going inside because it's occupied. Guess that makes sense, but oh my. That was a kind of close exit there for Luke, who now has the 1 kill, the 3 discs, who doesn't close the door, but looks like he gets out. A very unorthodox spin, very unorthodox gameplay, but Luke takes his first map of this match. He wins New York. We've had everything from the 0 second time save to crazy back and forth. And lots of approaches there, and this run for PG wasn't bringing her down these stairs, so I'm not sure what's the difference still. Well played though, and score 2-2 means that... Oh, I didn't even change the map. I'm sorry about that. I changed for map number 3. So of course it wasn't Paris, but it was New York. The third map will be... I'll figure out in a couple of seconds. Yeah, Pitch is also confused about the matic details, and Reaper says the route is RNG, which... I mean, many things are RNG in this game, so unless we have anything more solid, then we just have to accept that as a temporary solution until someone convinces us from the opposite. Sapienza is next. That looks centered enough to me. Sapi. I think it is the most picked map of this tournament. I can check it on the statistics page, and yes, Sapienza has seen 14 picks. Second is Colorado with 11 before this match. Looks as he also used the cover aim, which just automatically makes everything go right. Cannot disagree with that one. It was a very stylish end of the spin there. I guess the many disguises and it being a sort of straightforward map otherwise makes it a good pick for Pigiero. Of course, very experienced player there, and Luke's still on the newer side, but I will keep saying Luke is newer player, but I want to check it for once and for all. I think he should be like an RR10 rookie. Yes, RR10, and then WC23, and then RR13. So this is going to be his 4th Roulette Rivals. And in that time, he's scored 13th place and 2 9th places. So top 10 in the 59 player brackets is a very, very huge feat. especially doing it back-to-back. But of course, on the other side, it is PG, the RR8 champion on PC. Also scored a lot of 5th and 7th places, but only one podium so far in official RR tournament. Oh, interesting first spin here. Silver Cruz who silenced AR as Oscar Lafayette, and Francesca De Santis folding knife as Plague Doctor with no target specification. The big red box should matter a lot for Franny. And the disguise is also a non-issue. So the spin is centered around the Lafayette disguise and the folding knife. Folding knife will be on that same table we've seen PG practice before the spin, but that's gonna be secondary to grabbing Oscar's disguise. Luke with the meta Roulette Resources grab, PG with a slightly different variant, stopping Oscar slightly early. That looks like he still grabs the disguise, and same for Luke, so they are virtually tied after 35 seconds. They have the same in-game time, and of course that means that they talk about the same time planning. So very even so far. They are going different way. PG is going through the safe house, grabbing the... Well, he could grab the loud pistol, but he just needed the silent AR there, and he's going to grab the folding knife with a body shot. As Luke is maybe using a buffer disguise, that doesn't make it any more likely that he gets to grab it, but ooh, that's combat for PG. He was well outside the bubble. That's a bit strange to see. I'm not sure if he flashed a gun or anything of that sort. It's quite unfortunate, especially because Luke's panic worked about the same way. I guess changing the disguises did the difference, but yeah, but that should just... I mean, I guess if this panic is really specific, I do feel like that's the reason why he changed, but it feels so outside the norm that you would need to change disguises for it, right? Like, it would make so much sense if PG's try worked the same way, because he was well outside any sort of bubbles. Oh, PG's going the other way and gets compromised. I don't know, the first try was so nice from PG. There's no need to change the Spotify connection on Luke's end. Who gets the first kill and grabs the disguise to exit. I'm guessing he changed so that he can use the table boost. Nope, no table boost this time. Peach is inventing this grab, but it's so unfortunate because it worked for the first try. He changes a bit too far down the stairs, but he delayed the white shirt civilian long enough so that he wouldn't spot the body for at least a few more seconds. So PG gets to get going for the second try, but Luke is still on his first try and now commanding lead. Has the AR somewhere, which are very close to Luke, very close to Silvio, sorry. Now has the Oscar disguise. And he's gonna... Well, he was considering a Chang there, but The way these kitchen assistants are placed, there's not even a need to do anything. It's gonna be maybe interesting to see how he clears this room. Gun flash is possible if you're not careful enough. But gets both Tranks nicely down, and a nice headshot means that he's just one virus kill, not virus kill, but one condition away from winning Sapienza, as Pitch is really struggling with the folding knife. I'm not sure if he wanted to do a triple shot or just a double, but the forces stayed there and eventually spotted PG. Just a very unfortunate spin for him. Hello. Move 8's the winner of this match, as mentioned before.
Jesus.
And as of this second, it is a bit more likely that it's gonna be Luke, because he's one virus shot away. And it's not a stalactite, you can just do EMP. So now he's just one detonation away, which now he does, from winning Sapienza and taking the lead of this match for the first time. So this is 4 for Luke and 2 for PG, and we get to see another Pigiero pick. And this is Colorado next. We are not going away from, or we are not avoiding any big 5 maps. I think most, if not all, matches have at least one big 5. Mostly Colorado. I'm seeing one exception with PG versus Vulcat, but Quotility match also going without big 5. But if a match went 4 or 5 maps, it's almost guaranteed to see one longer map in that, and PG is not breaking that cycle. So PG needs to win Colorado to stay in this tournament. And if he does, it is a 4-4 score, and Luke gets to pick the very likely final map. And there's still the surprise and confusion about where you can utilize cover aims in New York. I was gonna say, if maybe Luke invented it or came up with it, then I think at this point roulette players just go to every single corner of the map, whip out their camera and just try to cover left and right until they get out of bounds and see where they where this brings them. Colos also not a map where I can imagine a cover aim making any tangible difference, but I guess I was already proven wrong in New York. And I think Luke along with Scruffy are the 2 players with the most familiarity with cover aim strats. So the potential is always there. Minute 15 to go as Pidge is getting back into the cycle of hacker starts and hacker restarts. Someone found somebody, but it's usually just if the door is open and you have to restart because of those red guns. Look with a bit more unorthodox practice there, with adding some headshots and stuff. But I think both of them are ready now, as we are getting closer and closer to the conclusion of this match. As we are getting closer and closer to the conclusion of this tourney. don't exactly know when the tournament will end with the grand final. Seems unlikely, and frankly, it shouldn't be this weekend with the trilogy race tomorrow. I don't expect matches to be played tomorrow, maybe one on Sunday, which leaves us the first half of the week, and then perhaps the first weekend of RR14, so the 11th or the 12th of May would be a perfect finish, but it also depends on the players. We have a spin for now though. This is Sean Rose, Fiber Wire as Munition Soldier, Penelope Graves, Consume Poison as Munition Technician, Ezra Berg, next snap in the suit, Maya Pravati Fall as Explosives Specialist. Well, Maya Fa is the condition here to do. As the next snap suit makes it a West Bridge spin and a 3-target spin. There is also the live Sean, which is not necessarily a factor here, because the Munition Soldier disguise is so close. Penelope Poison, just something you have to remember the timing for. Maybe gonna be awkward with the Maya Fall kill, because, well, if you do the peekaboo up there, it would be about the same time as when Penelope dies, but as Machete says, there are faster ways around. And I guess the fastest way would include the Chainler for Maya, adding a briefcase to the mix, and then bullet distracting upwards of 4 NPCs. It's not the simplest one. PG getting started with a body found. That's something that happens sometimes. Unfortunate start there, as Luke is dealing with discard to be able to poison that bottle. And then shouldn't be too far away. I can find the consume timing. Penelope should die of poison at 450. With Ezra down, of course. Otherwise, it's a bit longer if she starts to talk to him or anything like that. But Ezra is down. And Penelope is set. And Luke is grabbing a soldier into this side room. It's not something that we've seen a lot so far. But if it's green guns, then I can say it's viable. Looks like no one's looking this way around this time. Now the main question of this spin, which kind of fall kill you do for Maya, and it seems Luke is going this... Well, I'd say it's risky. Maya kill, you can't really... Well, you can do the isolation, but then it's so many NPCs you have to knock out. Or at the very least distract. Something that I would personally only do live, but the red barn peekaboo is tight with the Sean timing. And Penelope poison kills. So for now, Luke gets the isolation. And then worries about the fall kill a lot later. I'm not sure if Luke has the time. No, I think he should have the time to KO both of them and then quickly hide. You can see Sean is getting closer and closer on the minimap. Yeah, Machete, he knocked out Maya, and she's right now next to the box, not even in the side room. Oh, Luke can't find the invisible shotguns, but oh, I think it's now found fully. And I think Pigiero pulled off the chain lore successfully. No, this would be another way to make this 4 kill quicker, but I think that will be VIP'd. Yeah, you can only throw those items up one at a time, and it will always be VIP'd. I think PG will have to... No, I mean, Maya's still around, so you might as well keep trying this one. Gonna make your spin a lot easier, but consume poison timing is getting closer, and Sean in the shed as well. Don't have a lot of time. Quickly cross-checking, but Penelope dies as Luke is in the correct disguise, so that's 2 kills. I guess 3 kills rather, because it's already been done in the shed. Oh wow. Is that gonna be safe forever for Luke? No, now it's red guns and it's gonna be dead card with the cycle. Oh, it would have been such an impressive first try. As, oh my god, PG getting so close there. How is he not seeing the bodies? Wow. That desk was, I guess, MVP there on PG's side, because Sean just kept not seeing those bodies. So now he's at 2 out of 4 kills after leaving Maya alone. What is the timing for the consume poison? It's 20 more seconds. PG's about to miss the timing, and there's no NPC inside. You could have made it in. Could have made a run for it. Oh, but with the target lockdown. I suppose that's a way to save your run. Holy moly. I mean, he had the correct disguise, but didn't he have the poison as well? I think he was just expecting to see the militia soldier inside. Oh, I better hope he's not switching up the disguises here, thinking that he needs an explosive specialist. I mean, it's certainly a good idea if you couldn't have poisoned the bottle, but I think you certainly could have. You just bump Penelope and just run right into the greenhouse. You still have like a couple extra seconds to do so. But maybe he was like worried that he's trespassing, or the guards will call him in, or last of all, if Penelope was just too close. All fair reasons to not do it, but I don't think this lockdown will last long enough. Oh, and I was completely wrong. It was a successful chainer for Maya, and now we get to see the kill as well. There's the KO, and you need to do the bullet distraction to be safe. PG gets away with it. It's found in the air, but it's already a dead body according to the game. PG 3 kills down, 1 to go. Another lockdown. Another lockdown. The second lockdown for Maya. For Penelope, sorry. But this time it makes even more sense, because you just need to grab the technician disguise. And of course the poison. Oh, he didn't have the poison on him. I'm a bit slow on this spin. Peach is just ahead of us, or ahead of me rather. Because I think he also knew that he could have made the poison, or timing wise, he just didn't have the poison physically. So now it's just trying to dodge all these enforcers. They will call down eventually. poison the bottle and go back to the shredder, which I think is where the technician disguise is. Well, there are many places that you can grab one. Pidge's just gonna keep trying, and I think he's now in the clear. Closest NPC is just so far away, you can see it on the minimap. Looks good for him. It's not gonna last forever, luckily, but I think he's approaching this free technician disguise, the easiest one to get. I think he's gonna be okay now. Before the point man and the spec ups arrive back in. There you go. So Pidgey is waiting for the 4th kill, but a quick check on Luke, who, as we've seen, has a very quick in-game time approach here. 3 kills down with the consume poison. But the Moya fall could be trouble here. 2 NPCs he nicely took care of, but the other 2 up on the roof is also a must. I don't know if I'm ready to say it's a photo finish or not. Oh, especially not with Luke. Luke missing the Trank on the first card, going to hide him in the bushes. But Penelope is launched onto the ground after a very stressful last few minutes for her. She ends her run with a poison kill, and Luke gets her Maya found, so it is a GG regardless. 9:28. So if you ever want to know when Penelope drinks after 2 lockdowns, that's your timing. Very nicely done by PG. Scruffy's prediction is that Luke is picking Whittleton. I'm not checking on the chat just yet. PG can only laugh about his run as well. I think we can do the same. It was a very unique run, but I think these 3 kills just kind of combined in a way that you either do it Luke's way or you just don't do anything to Maya. Oh my god, PG says this is the only way to do it. Don't try to do it any different. Do not improvise. I think we know it where that's from. So, about that Luke pick for the final map of this match, for the likely final map of this match. He's looking at Santa Fortuna. He's still at Santa Fortuna and is typing. I think he was also stuck on Hokkaido for a second. Scruffy says that Whittleton Creek is a possibility, but it's gonna be Chongqing in the end. I think the cover aim god is going for the cover aim heavy map. It's a fitting end of this match, and it's gonna be a fitting end of the tournament for one of them. I guess with the exception if this is a tie, a photo finish tie, then it brings us to a random map number 6. Well, I'm not a big expert on covering, but Moo is asking which maps feature a lot of them. I think it's Chong and Paris. Might be wrong in general, but those are these 2 maps I'm mostly thinking of. But I'm definitely not the authority on this one. PG says it's been fun, guys, but Luke on Chong is a different beast. And Luke says, as long as it forces a cover aim, I'm set. I think this map has the most spins which force a cover aim. If a spin ends with the 2.5 minute image in isolation, then I guess you just shoot the drone as early as you can, even earlier with the cover aim, and then you drop down to the data core. If it's an engineer spin, you also want to go down there. It's much quicker, and I think takes no tier 3 key cards. And there are, I guess, other smaller ways to utilize the map. The arcade drop is, I think, the first one that we've seen. I don't really know what the niche of that would be. It gives you the... I guess if you just want to exit the block as quick as possible.
Just plug it in. We can't, sir. Motor impulse testing is almost...
Oh wow, Reaper, our match admin says, not sure if cover aim will help on this spin. Well, it's gonna be Consume Poison and Drowning. Well, with Consume Poison banned on this map, but anything like that. It's Hush Fall as block guard and Imaging Screwdriver facility guard. I mean, I think it could end with a data core drop for Imogen, but I guess we'll see immediate loading for both players very quickly, 20 seconds in, and both of them are getting closer. But Luke is still loading, which is important for a photo finish, but PG starting with an insta single drone. I don't see Luke shooting one just yet, but it's gonna be the same quick isolation and kill. Though I don't see PG bringing a screwdriver. Oh, I'm sorry, it's for Imogen. I was looking for inventory for both players and I was very confused that there's no screwdriver. But big restart for PG. Luke is dragging now Hush to his demise with a 40-second advantage. Could be more than what he needs for this map. First kill down. No need to KO the block guard, of course, there. Just need to exit the area. Pick up the screwdriver from the right. This side jump would be the best. Well, I was gonna say this is the best place to get a screwdriver, but maybe I missed again. No, yeah, the uh-oh from Scruffy kind of confirms to me that he's not grabbing a screwdriver yet. Has to be forgetting it. I tend to agree there. But Luke is forcing the drop, and I think that's the screwdriver in the bottom floor. That's gotta be the reason. We'll have to see the master at work. Going all the way down here. Only to get back up. And I think he was... Oh, he shot the drone too early and he was expecting her to go down. Or go a different way, but... Yeah, shot the drone too early.
Now go get Imogen Royce and we can
SPG gets the first kill as well. So huge peekaboos on Luke's side, and that can be trouble. That's not a range on Luke's end, luckily. See, still needs to get the screwdriver, but I think there's one not too far away from here. Who is now also getting the cover aim. Or is trying to, and Luke gets a restart. He didn't quite hide far enough in. I mean, if he just hides in the box for 50 more seconds, but PG also gets a restart. Gets trespassing by the blue hat. PG thinks it's all over, but you need to go back in. It's well within photo finish range. 6. What a very even match right now. 20-second advantage on Rook's End plus the loading times. So if it plays out similarly on both ends, then I think it should still be a Luke win, but so many aspects of this spin left to uncover. It's also important to say that Pidgey gets locked down on Imogen, so if you get a John shot right now, then I guess she is going to be quite close to the entry, as the best news of this spin so far for Luke is that he did grab the screwdriver.
Royce, and we can get to the core.
It's now trying to be, oh my god, very specific on the shot. It's a little whoosh while shooting that one drone, but it seems that the 120x is a good time to do this. It's gonna be the unique timing when she stays on the floor, but not through the data core, which I think is best for Luke, because if she went through the data core, then it's gonna be very hard to corner her. But there's the disguise, there's the bullet distraction, and he should be able to get around her and get the kill. I don't imagine the Thumbnail Euclid is down here just yet, but you'll have to wait for the 5-star essay rating. G just not going to be in time. It's a, even if it's a 30-second photo finish window, which I personally doubt. Luke just had a ton of loading time, so I think it's fair to say that Luke has won this Chongqing, and Luke has won this match 6-4. I don't know if the spin will disappear
That's
at the
Imogen Royce.
exact time after the photo finish ends.
Nothing wrong with her
It's
look,
getting
though.
close to 30 seconds, and now it's 30 seconds.
Edgy.
Pitch is still 20 or so seconds away, so it wasn't this attempt, it was the previous attempt
Good.
which ended
Both
Pidgey's run.
points
It's
down.
just so unfortunate,
I
but
just need to-
another back and forth there.
And I'm in.
And
Now I can
just
take
for
control of the
posterity, there's the
Let's
final
see how that
score.
plays
Luke.png 6, Pigiero 4. And I add the same to the tournament page, and we will have an updated brackets. If I remember how to interact, I can just scroll this baby right to the very end. LB round 5 is complete, and LB round 6 is set with Luke playing Moo in the round of 4. The winner plays Quadrility in the round of 3. And the deadline to do that match is 3 hours and 8 minutes from now. No, I'm joking. If it's comfortable for you on Sunday or Monday, I think that's a very convenient timing for everyone. But the grand goal of this tournament would be to finish on the first weekend of RR, because it's best if it's on a weekend, but I guess if it gets done earlier, then we can't complain either. "33 matches down and 3 to go." And we will figure out which one of these 4 players will be the third Roulette Raceway champion. Should be very exciting, but I will have to leave it at that. Thank you so much, Reaper, for adminning this match. GG's to both Pidgey and Luke for playing. Or GG's for the match, and thanks for playing, rather. Thank you everyone for watching. It's nice to be back, and I'm very excited the final 3 matches of Roulette Raceway 3. So until next time, see you everyone.